Hey Queens, ever since the Coach outlet dropped the denim collection, I've seen a few people online talking about color transfer and bleeding. I don't know if that's a real issue, but I do have a possible solution. So let's get into it. Hey, Andrea, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Over here, we're all about looking and feeling our best for less. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. But today I wanted to talk about my possible solution for color transfer and bleeding. Now, everybody has been raving about this Coach outlet denim release, but I have seen a few people asking questions about whether or not they need to worry about the dye from the denim transferring on lighter color clothing. And they also they asked about staining and bleeding. Now, I have not had any of my newer denim pieces long enough to say whether or not that's an issue, but I do have this swinger that I got a couple of summers ago, and I worn it maybe 3 times, and I don't remember any color transfer. And the first time I wore this, I actually did wear it with a white shirt, and I don't remember any color transferring from this bag to that shirt. And as far as the bleeding goes, I've never taken this out in the rain, and I've never gotten it wet, so I don't know if this got wet, if it would bleed onto anything else either. But I did rub it against something just to see if I could get any rub off, and I was unsuccessful. So I say all that to say that I don't really think that's going to be an issue with the new denim drop. However, there was one person on TikTok who said that she purchased the mini Rowan and that piece bled. So I don't know. Again, I haven't worn mine yet. So I decided to come on here and just offer a possible solution. Since I haven't worn my pieces yet, I figured I could go ahead and just be the guinea pig for everybody. So we're going to go into another room where I don't have any bags or anything in here that I don't want to ruin. And we're going to take a look at what I'm going to do to my large denim Rowan. So as you can see, I have my denim Rowan here in the large size. I've taken off the crossbody strap, and I took off both of the tags and the charm. As you can see here, I don't know, you may not be able to see, but I've covered the leather and the hardware in tape. There's also tape along the entire zipper. It goes all the way down to the sides, and it covers that hardware and leather on each side. I've also done the same thing on the back and across the zipper on the back. The only thing I didn't cover was the bottom, because I'm not going to bother with it since it's mostly leather and it has feet on it. But I do want to protect the leather because I don't know whether or not this Scotch guard will damage or discolor the leather. So we want to protect it from that for sure. So the other thing I want to note with this, the way that this tape is, just in case you guys are concerned, this is packing tape that I have on here, and I was concerned that it would leave a residue or either peel off the layer of the leather. But I've played around with it for a while, and it has not left any sticky residue, and it's not peeling off any leather. So for the length of time that it's on here to cover the hardware, it will be just fine. I'm not concerned about that at all. But what I am going to do is cover the handles. So I'm going to move this tape down a little bit so I can get up under here. And I'm going to move this a little closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I'm gonna move this tape down. So I have this tape going up a little higher because I want to make sure that this leather piece up here is also protected from any random spray particles. So what I'm gonna do, I got a plastic bag, or a trash bag rather, and just cut it into 2 long strips. So I'm gonna fold this down and thread this through so that the bottom is protected. And then I'm gonna wrap it around. And then just wrap all the way around to the other end. So let me move it like this so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just wrapping it around, and this is again just to protect the leather. So now that this is here, on the other end, I'm going to wrap it around and thread it through so that all of the leather is completely covered. I ripped off the tape, but that easily goes back on like that. And then wrap this around here. And I'm gonna just let this kind of hang down there. So I'm going to do this on the other handle. So I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna do this on the other handle, and then I will be back. Before we move on, I wanted to remind you guys that my free ebook is now available. It's called 5 Tips of Purchasing Pre-Loved Luxury Online. It's a quick, simple read designed to help you shop with confidence, save money, and avoid getting scammed. It is pinned in the comments. It's also in my description, and it's in my bio. So go ahead and download it if you don't have it already. Okay, we're back. So as you guys can see, I've got both handles wrapped now, and so we are ready to go. So what you're looking at right here is Scotch Guard, and this is fabric water shield, long lasting protection, and it's supposed to be good for waterproofing fabric. So basically this particular bottle that I got is good for upholstery, throw pillows, table linens, fabric purses, clothing, canvas shoes, backpacks, and luggage. So anything outside of that, it should not be used. It specifically says on this bottle, do not use on carpet, leather, finished wood, or plastic. So you need to be really careful what you're spraying this around, and you also need to be careful of the fumes. Now I'm filming this indoors because it's pretty overcast outside today, so I'm not sure what the lighting will be like, and there's also some construction going on in my neighborhood, and so the noise, even with the mic, I figure will probably be too loud. So I've managed to open the window, but you definitely want to make sure that you're in a well ventilated area, preferably outside when you're doing this, just so you're not breathing in all of these fumes. But the directions say that you want to protect the surrounding non-fabric materials from overspray, and if overspray occurs, quickly wipe up. So this thing that is sitting on is not real wood. This is a little $20 stand that I picked up from Lowe's or Walmart or something, so I don't really care about this. There's nothing in this direct vicinity that I'm concerned about messing up, so we are good for that. It also said to test for color fastness, spray in an inconspicuous area, and allow article to dry completely to check for color change. So I did that earlier today before I filmed. I didn't spray it. I sprayed a little bit into like a cup, and then just use the paintbrush to put some on the fabric just to see what it would do. And it dried. It didn't change the color or anything, so that's good. But also, so the directions say that you need to hold the can upright 6 inches from fabric surface, and you need to overlap the spray using slow sweeping motion. And it says 2 light coats are better than 1 heavy coating. So we're gonna go ahead and get this first coat done. So you're supposed to dry between coats if you choose to use more than one. I think I'm only going to use 1 coat on this bag because, again, we're really just experimenting to see if this is even worth trying. But I figured this material is different than the terry. This material is different than the swinger that I have, because this is an outlet piece and the swinger is retail. And I noted the differences in the materials when I did the unboxing or the reveal for this bag. So just to be on the safe side, in case this does have excess dye in it that wants to bleed out when it gets wet, we're going to go ahead and use the Scotch Guard. This should also help with stains, because this is supposed to make the bag water repellent without changing the texture of the fabric. So liquid won't soak into the fabric. You should be able to, it should just roll off or wipe off really quickly. So we're going to go ahead and see what this does. So I'm shaking it up like the direction says, and we're already about 6 inches away. So I'm gonna just do light sprays, a sweeping motion, and we're gonna start with the front of the bag. There we go. That's one thin coat. Now what I am gonna do is grab a towel and wipe off the liquid that's dripping down the tape. Because what I don't want is for that stuff to get on the leather once the tape comes off. So I'm going to grab a white towel and just rub off the excess that was on that tape. And then we're going to turn this bag around and do the same thing on the side. Just a light sweeping motion. And I'm going to wipe this tape down. Again, I don't want any of this Scotch Guard on this tape when I peel it off because I don't want to ruin the leather. Let's get the back. And the back is actually more important than the front because this is a part of the bag that actually will rest most up against your body. But again, we don't want to overspray. We want to follow the directions, and it says that one light coat is better, or 2 light coats, I'm sorry, is better than 1 heavy coat. So we want to do light, even coats. But like I said, I'm only going to do 1. I don't really know if this is necessary. I just decided to kind of be on the safe side and test this out, and figured I may as well film it in case you guys are interested in doing this yourself. That tape. So there is some of that residue on the top here. So we're just gonna get that on off. And then we're going to allow this to dry for maybe an hour or 2. I mean, it doesn't feel wet now, but you know, it does say to allow it to dry. So that's what we're gonna do. So that's my process. That is how I Scotch guarded my fabric bag. I'm probably going to go ahead and do the same thing to all of the denim bags I have in my collection. Of course, I have another bag from this particular denim drop. I've got 2 denim accessories. And then I've got some denim bags from Amazon and a Telfar denim bag. So I'm going to Scotch guard all of those just to see if it actually works to prevent stains. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. Like I said, I don't know if this is really necessary. I cannot say whether or not these new denim pieces will bleed or rub off, but I figured I would come on here to show you guys how to Scotch guard your bags if it's something that you were thinking about doing but were too scared to try. You saw I was able to do it. When I come back in a week or so to do a what's in my bag, you will see what my bag looks like and that the Scotch guard did not damage it at all. So thank you again for watching. Let me know if that's something that you plan on doing to any of your canvas bags. And don't forget, if you're going to buy it anyway, you may as well save a few coins. Talk to you later. Bye.